Hello. You are now listening to the Black Bougie Bras featuring Kev. You know we go live every week. But how y'all doing?
Yo, it's a great Wednesday.
I'm doing.
What?
It's a hump
Just
day.
doing.
I'm doing. Yeah.
You LL tonight? You're
What
just
you talking about?
doing. You know, like doing it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen. So. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're good. You look like you a businessman today. Like you and Brandon are giving me two totally different vibes. You're giving me, I just got off work. I unbuttoned my top a little bit to give him something to look at. And then Brandon is giving me, I'm going to the football game. I went to the football game. And I might watch the game again.
And we're winning.
Ooh.
I don't mean to throw salt on everybody, but you know, somebody told me Dallas is going to the Super Bowl this year. So,
my God! And you know, if
it's
y'all
already
go to
been
the
out
Super
there.
Bowl, that's going to be it right there. All right, so listen, everybody, we have watched this week's episode. I also threw in the description of this live. I'm gonna give my little spiel on Ready to Love, because I finally got a chance to see it. And if you all hear any crying in the background, it's my dog. No tuck.
Crying
He
because
shows
of
up
what? What you doing to him?
because
He's
I
hungry.
have trying to eat. Thank you, Maurice, for chiming in on multiple platforms for us tonight. We appreciate you. So listen, tonight's episode. Well, excuse me, Sunday's episode.
It's tonight.
How do y'all feel? Yeah, it's tonight.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel?
Who and where are we starting? Where do we begin? Let's start there.
I think the episode was overall way more pleasant than last week's.
Yeah, I
Just
get you
overall.
that. Yeah, I liked it. It was
It's
some
because
resolve.
Candace, she made a decision to tone it down.
Oh. So that's where the resolution came from.
I mean, and that's
didn't you hear
true.
her say that? She said,
Yeah. I didn't think that was all, but I mean,
that was the primary.
Okay, all right.
And
That's
Mia decided that, you know, she would share her story with the girls, and I think it was necessary.
Okay.
Maybe people will be a little bit more empathetic.
Well,
Okay.
I do believe that to be true. Okay, so let's start at the top. So it technically started from them still being at the restaurant and them just kind of being like, okay, we got to leave. We've showed out as a Black peoples. We have shown our tails. Let's get out of here. But did y'all know that they were that drunk? Like, everybody had a monster hangover the next day. Did you all know
they had a good time?
I think because of the party bus or the bus that they were on. They were pre-gaming, then they gamed, then they probably had cocktails on the way home too. I mean, what you think? I don't know.
After all of that?
I mean, why not? You're on vacation, right? You're not driving. So why not? What's the perfect time to turn up?
After all that fighting, they still were drinking. That's what's throwing me off. And it just seemed like they had a whole lot of conversations. They had a lot of conversations going on. So I didn't think that they were still taking shots. Y'all, Tucker is over here big and no baby. You know, I just didn't know that they were that jacked up. But, you know, it is what it is. Next day, Ray shows up, you know, looking like somebody fresh paw. I was enjoying him.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
Mia gonna have to she gonna have
Ray,
to
I don't
reel
know
that
what he
man
was
in.
getting.
Ray was giving me paw paw. I love a paw paw as long as paw paw ain't trying to holler at me. We good. I'm not in that element, but I be picking up every year. I pick up more and more paw paws, but I'm just not in that element yet in my life.
Okay. Okay.
You
I don't
know,
see what's wrong with it.
I cannot mess with paw paws, y'all. Let us know in the comments if y'all mess with paw paws or
He
cougars. Hold on, somebody volume loud. Y'all gonna have to turn down. Is it me or y'all?
It might be
But guess
you.
what? He dresses like he has money.
I don't have any volume on any of my devices. Are y'all streaming in over there? Y'all gotta turn y'all devices down too. But he what about him? What were y'all saying? Gordon is
Brandon
doing too
said.
much. Oh, Brandon
Brandon.
said what?
He said that
I
somebody
can't even
dressed like
hear.
they got money.
Who got money? Well, clearly Ray has money. Um, Gordon has money, but Gordon is a pawpaw that is actually very tragic to me. He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What's so tragic about it? Tell me.
He's giving me the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies. You
How
know how
so?
they say
What?
older women give you the worms? He is definitely giving me earthworms, the critters, all of that. Everything.
Mm.
He's hold on, Brandon. You can't hear us over there? Okay. I'm
Up.
a
We lost them. We lost them.
he we didn't lose him. He's still here, so I'm gonna bring him down so he can get it together. But he was giving me the itchies. He just
Why?
really was.
Did he look like he stink? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, he was disgusting. I feel like he's going too far. He
I
probably
feel
needs to
like
be quiet.
he's trying. He's nervous and putting on a little bit so that he can be, so that he can fit in. Maybe he's trying to be. Maybe he's trying to do things that are funny, and maybe they're just not landing because this is his
I,
first time with this group.
I think
So,
he's going too far. Mia needs to give him a chat. She needs to let him know that he has gone too
well,
far
she
in
can give him a
his.
chat, but she can't control him now. I mean,
No,
he's
but she
much
needs to.
older than her, so.
It doesn't matter. She needs to give him a chat because this is a bit disturbing. Brandon, can you hear me?
Me?
Oh, I can. All
Okay,
right.
good.
So yeah. So I just think he's doing way too much. He's giving me the itchies. It's a lot going on.
You
But
talking about Gordon?
yes,
Yes.
Gordon. Mia needs to talk to Gordon.
I
She really
agree,
does.
but I think Ashley is the last person to talk about people's husbands.
She said something about his
Okay.
husband. I mean, about Mia's husband.
Well, it sounds
Absolutely.
like we about to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the bus thing.
Absolutely.
Now
Yeah.
the bus thing was just annoying to me. It was
Right.
just
But I think
yeah.
she's taking it a bit too far. Like, is it that bad where she got to go in on him on the next show? But the
Well,
reality
we
is,
don't know who brings it up on the next show. So
they kind of gave a snippet, but you're right, we don't know. But my thing is, Mia better check him so that she's not in another confrontation with somebody else.
It's gonna happen because the way he's talking, it is just a build up to nowhere for her. So hopefully she can check him. Okay, so to me, I feel like it wasn't a whole lot of bits and pieces to this episode. I don't know if it was because we had our network reset yesterday, so I had to watch it on YouTube. So hopefully the version that I watch is a full version. So it looks like the Green Eye Bandits found them a hotel room 30 minutes away. And I was just like, okay. I feel like that was the best thing for them to do.
yeah.
Well, I think the way they did it wasn't the best approach.
Yeah.
Just be
But
direct. Hey, I'm not pleased with the room. I know we showed up late. I'm out. Wendy, I'm letting you know I'm leaving. But then
yeah.
to leave and then expect some kind of like, where are you okay? Did Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers get you? Like, nah, you left when everybody was in their bedroom. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
I
reaching.
I didn't like. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. Like I don't like that. I don't. she was like, "Well, Wendy didn't reach out, or somebody didn't say. What do you expect me to do? You're not there. So what do you want me to do?"
Right.
Like,
Not only that, I feel like Wendy was giving Robin and Giselle what they gave her on the last trip.
That's
So
true.
they're having issues with reciprocity.
I ain't even looking at it that way. I just ain't kissing nobody ass. But I usually am here for not Robin,
Giselle.
Giselle and the messiness. I usually don't have any qualms with it, but that's watching that just make me a little uncomfortable because I'm not gonna kiss your
Why?
ass. If you
Is
don't
it?
want to be there, then don't be there, and don't expect anything. Because I
Well,
host a lot, so I take offense because if somebody ever did something like that to me, I'm not kissing your ass. If you don't want to be here, bye. Like,
it was very clear they didn't want to be there. Ashley kind of coerced them, and I think Bravo did as well. They had to meet a quota, so they had to go. Because initially Giselle said she wasn't going, but she magically appeared and brought her sidekick. So it was all contrived. I think it's just this
And,
whole show just seems fake these days.
yeah, and Kevin, I'm just so I am taking it all in with you saying I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'm not gonna. I'm like
what does
this.
that mean?
This must have just lit a fire under you. I'm just very shocked because you are Team Giselle. So this is very interesting. Well, but you're very accommodating though. So would you have felt bad with her broken toe situation?
I don't feel like what the point that Wendy made. This was booked before your toe got broken. Like what do you want me to do? Like that, because your toe is broken, you want me to give up my room? Is that what you want?
That's not going to happen.
Is that what you want me? Like what do you expect for me to do? Like,
Not
I
only
just
your
felt like
broken toe, you've been, what is the word? Combative, aggressive.
Oh, I'm gonna
Bully.
get to it. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it.
the bathroom is I have to
get
go
to
all
it.
the way. I have to go all the way downstairs to find a bathroom, or I have to go. I have to use the bathroom that everybody else had. Bitch, it's a bathroom in here. Like I
But
can
she
see
said,
if there's
but she
not a
said,
bathroom.
they
Like,
said that y'all men be pissing on the floor.
No, not they. Robin said that.
Robin said that,
Right. So
and maybe her man do, but
right. That she was speaking from a vantage point that nobody else had.
maybe her man do, but
She has a house full of men, so maybe that's
She does. She does. And I was very shocked. None of the men popped at her, but they were like, "We don't be on the floor." I was like, that could have just opened up a whole nother door.
But see, she ain't hit no dog, so then no dog holler.
Oh.
So there's that. She didn't offend anybody. So
right, and everybody was hungover, so they probably just.
I took less offense to anything that Robin said. It was more so I felt like it was when Giselle's position was coming from a high horse that I just really didn't like and didn't appreciate. That's all.
I'm
unusual. Usually I don't have any qualms with Giselle, but I don't like people who are better than or act better than or it's a bathroom in here. Like it's not like it's an outhouse. I'm asking you to go outside. It's a bathroom in here. You can figure it out.
According to the article that I posted on our site, Wendy said that was a pre-room to the master bedroom. So there was another room. It had a significant other been brought with Robin or Giselle that they could have used, but the bathroom was still in another place. But that was in the article that I put on our website.
That is interesting. Wow.
Okay. It totally changed the dynamics of what was presented on the show versus what was the reality. And does that change you guys' opinions as towards Giselle and Robin and how you handle the situation?
No, I just said if they really wanted somewhere else to stay, that's fine. Because after a while you get tired, to Kevin's point, people want this, they want you to kiss their butt, they want you to do this.
Yeah.
And after a while, you're like, okay, bye.
She greeted them properly. It may not have been warm, but it was.
It wasn't. She was like, "Hi, hi."
Right.
But I feel like Giselle and Robin were already fishing for the.
They still had that energy when they got there the next morning. And was like, Wendy came in, didn't even speak to. Like, what you expect for me to say? Hello. What do you expect for me to do?
After
Like, what do you want from me to do?
left the house that I done arranged for everybody, what you want me to do?
What do you want? I'm kiss your ass. That's what you want, is for me to kiss your ass, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So you can be mad.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You can be mad in your hotel. That's what you want to do. Because I have been in much personally, and you know, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not in any right with these women on the show, but I have been on vacations and I have had much less accommodations than that and still lived, like, and still had a great time.
Christina.
So I didn't see what the big deal was, but
me personally, if people are uncomfortable, especially women, depending on what they got going on, like, that's why I was just like, it's really not a big thing for me. If they felt like they needed to go have other accommodations, you know, go do you, because you don't want to. If you feel like for yourself you're going to be too much, or if you need too much, it's best to go do what you have to do.
Yeah,
and
they
that's
act
okay.
they act very set apart. They didn't want to fraternize with the group, so go ahead on, move on. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a couples trip, right?
Yeah, and you know, I have learned, you know, if you single as a Pringle, it's probably not best to go on a singles trip. It's rough, so I wouldn't have gone. I would have.
I usually don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue.
If you going on a couples trip, you bring your plus one.
That's so if you have a plus one.
If you have one,
in this case, Robin and Giselle's were each other's plus.
Yes, they're each other's plus one. You can bring a friend, y'all rock it out together.
I mean, the reality is, have we seen Juan all season?
At the beginning, when he was telling her
he
that,
he goes to that copping. You know, that's why I was like, he I guess he busy, honey. So let's get down.
That he makes at copping. Say it one more
time. I don't know, but my line sisters, you know, all my AKA line sisters, majority live in Baltimore. They knew the dollar amount, and it was actually not bad. It wasn't awful. It wasn't awful at all. He making a little money. But yeah. Juan, that's Robin's. Oh my gosh, I fell into the trick. I was like, Juan,
what's up, Auntie?
Robin's husband. You know, but it's all good. So on the boat, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was very thrown off that Mia came to relay what she felt she heard Robin say, even though I felt like what Mia said is what Robin said. But I was just like, at the end of the day, why did you feel like you need to run back up on the deck and give the tea so fast as to what Robin was telling Ascala? I was like, what are you doing, girl?
Well, first of all, let's clap and applaud that Robin and Ascala are talking, since she's Robin's friend. And this is the first time we've seen them sit down and have a one-on-one. But anyway, yes. I don't feel like Mia is a good bone collector. I don't want her relaying any message.
She don't know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Okay.
I'm like, you
just got the thing, you just had to just go tell it right then and there.
I mean, she's like, I heard, Wendy, that you aren't the person you said you were last year. Who said that? Robin. I was just sitting there like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?
Wendy had a point. If we don't change and evolve, then it's a damn problem. Okay, are any of us the same persons we were last year?
And those, listen, I was about to say something real reckless. Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Say it for the people. We want to know.
For the people in the balcony.
Right.
I just feel like people go through changes. We should all have some type of and form of evolution every year. I know I go through more aha moments now in my life than what I did 5 years ago. I can see the wisdom kicking in with certain things.
Your discernment is increasing.
It's all coming together a little bit better. You know, however, some people don't know how to deal with change, and then they blame you because they don't have their stuff together.
But Wendy said that. She said you see where people you place people where they belong after a while. And so now she knows where to put Robin. Right.
Yeah, which is outside the Venn diagram.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Stefan said discernment.
discernment.
We
I'm
all
a, I,
had
well, listen,
friends in
I'm
which
gonna
we
have.
dropped and picked up and dropped and left behind and picked up again, or chose not to deal with anymore. So
And you
I'm a,
gotta protect your peace. Mm-hmm. Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Kat.
gonna have a little mercy for Mia. I have to remember this is her first season. She don't know what she don't know how to do everything.
Mia know what
So
she doing.
maybe
she's
She know what she doing.
securing the cherry blossom.
maybe
Yes,
she was
she
just
is.
like maybe she was just like this is my moment. This is my chance, and she couldn't hold it. So
She didn't hold it for 2 seconds. I heard me, Wendy. I heard. I'm like, girl,
you gonna make me
Wendy.
go back. You gonna make me go back and watch it to see if she ran up the
Yes,
steps.
she's like,
She
it
did.
was like, I heard you aren't the same person. I'm like, why are you doing it? You gonna have everybody turn against you for real, girl. Okay, and so her and Kat had a conversation. I'm not gonna lie. I liked Mia's apology to Candace.
It was
However,
very mature.
Candace's
However,
apology back was some weak. It was weak sauce. It was weak.
Hold
It
on.
was
Y'all
weak.
got y'all tissue to do origami tissue?
Listen, I was trying to find my shades so I could do the. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've worked so hard on this video.
she has worked so hard. She has worked so hard.
She has a fear of failing, you guys.
And I had a fear of it not being right.
No, right?
So when you said it was low budget, and I was just sitting there like, it couldn't have been me. I couldn't have been me. I'd have been like, you talk about my mama, but you sitting up here crying over a video that I would have. It wouldn't have gone right.
Did you see how Karen was looking? I didn't know if Karen was laughing or crying. I was like, she was over there like,
she was just like, when you called my video low budget, and I was just sitting there like.
But was it not?
But why are you speaking? Why are you speaking in the Mia voice when you say that?
No, that is how Candace sounded. She was like, when you called my video low budget, because it was such a. I was just like, girl, you know it was.
You couldn't even take her serious, right? That's why. No, because if I was on the boat, I would have been low key chuckling.
And then Mia was like, my mother. She was in jail, and I was just like, okay, Mia, I got you. You know, we understand you.
Listen, people's mama, but did y'all see her mama?
What about her? What about it? Because she kind of,
I didn't see her mom. Were you talking about when she FaceTimed her?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what's the problem? What's wrong with it?
Did y'all see her teeth? They look like jack-o'-lanterns.
But that's what my teeth look like. What you,
Kevin? No. You know what a Halloween pumpkin look like?
Yeah, that's what mine look like.
They spread out like that.
Oh no, they're not spread out, but they are a little raptorish. They
okay.
They are a little orangutangish.
Okay.
They are.
I was just like, oh, okay.
Lordy.
I didn't even see all that. What are you zooming in? Did they show that?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Well, some people just notice different things. Like I noticed, Candace when she's hungover, she's way better to deal with. She was so just mild sauce, like.
Because I feel like her and Chris got it in that morning. That's what it looks like. It alluded to.
Okay, Erica. What's that about? What's that
thought
about?
It was gross.
What's the thought?
What's the thought of what's heavy? What's with Chris?
That was like, yeah.
Come on, let's go. Let's break it down.
Let me read Auntie Karen message here. She said, "I'm not liking Candace. I hate the way she treats her husband. Hey, she's too immature for that show, too. Poor Ashley doesn't even know how to take her most of the time." Oh,
it's very confusing, her and Ashley's relationship, and the way she treats Chris is pretty bad.
She does. Actually, the video the episode that I watched on YouTube, because like I said, something happened to DVR here. The gentleman who posted the video was like, Chris, run. It's kind of obvious that maybe they have something real outside of the camera, and I really hope and pray that they do, because what's in front of the camera,
it's not a good look.
I just hate to see it.
Yeah.
I hate to see it. I really do.
And I didn't even like the little slave comment with it being an interracial relationship. Slave driver and all. I don't like that.
No, and I don't think Ashley is super innocent in anything. I just feel like it's the battle of the little people. And I know that it's real. And I know that it's real because I've actually seen it amongst friends. It's like the battle to see who is the tiny tot. And it's almost like a thing to be that coveted tiny tot, because I've actually seen that happen in friendships. But for example, like me and Johnny's, we're like the same height. We're not battling to see who's the best at being the tallest. Like, who's doing that? But I truly do think there is something with I know the short people of the world, y'all gonna watch this one day and be hating me, but I think it's something. And then also, are they both only children? But no, Ashley has like a brother, right?
And so does Candace.
Candace has a brother too.
They the only girls?
No.
Are they both babies?
Don't know all that.
It's something to it. But Candace is definitely like a juvenile.
Yeah.
She's like a baby.
She's a little toxic. Any relationship with her is a little toxic. Whether it comes from her husband, her mom, Monique, the one with Ashley, she's toxic. So, and it's a current repetitive theme and nobody's addressing it.
No, and I would have been called her a little toxic tot. But it's real.
So it makes me wonder, friends outside of this show, does she has toxic relationships with them?
You know what? We have a friend, my roommate from college, Miss M. She has a relationship with her, and she says she's great. And I'm like, really?
Maybe this is all drama for the show.
I would. My girl, she ain't gonna get up here, but she said that she's great. She actually came up here for the wedding and everything. So I was just like, oh.
Well, do you guys think that she'll comment on Mia's mother again before the end of this season?
Yes.
I just feel like she did it on purpose. She knew what she was doing, because she even said, by the time I realized the situation about your mother, and I'm sitting there thinking, no, what you did was you took a stab. You let your ego get bruised up, but you went and talked about her mama. Stick to the facts. Talk about her. She said nothing about your mother, which again I think is very juvenile to do. She just should have went straight to Mia and said what it was. But like Kevin, Johnny say, people fight dirty, but when you fight dirty like that, you got to be willing to deal with whatever. You got to be willing to deal with what comes out of it, though.
It's like love languages. People have fight languages, and some people that's their fight languages to say the dirtiest, most gutter thing that they can to get under your skin.
Well, rumor has it, speaking of, like Stefan talked about the reunion on here, that Nicki Minaj is gonna light into Candace's ass. So what do you think about that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah,
and see, and then again, those the littles versus the littles, tots versus the tots. Okay.
The talls versus the smalls, like they had on Atlanta.
Listen, it is a real thing, and I love my little people, but honey, the complexes are so terrible for me to deal with. It's really a pain in the butt.
So they come after the tall people, the smalls do.
Very, very dominant.
Or they come
very
after
dominant. Each other. And they do that too. It's almost like to see who's the best at being in that low position. I'm dead serious. We can talk about it once we get off. But
maybe it's a women's thing. I don't know. Does that exist?
I feel like it's definitely. I know that men have complexes too. Like I've seen men fight over certain things, right? Like I've seen men do in battle over other stuff. But what I've seen with women, especially in the height world, it's been pretty bad. Like to get in your face, stuff like that. Like it's a bit much.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that with.
No, men, I think y'all ego up over other stuff. But
Right.
just to have drama, just to have no, y'all not doing that.
We're not about that life.
No. Y'all ego up over
Speaking
other
of
stuff.
egos and men, I applaud G. He was funny. He was just like, I ain't cooking for all y'all. but what did Mia have on in the kitchen? Because I
don't know.
literally thought she was going to get in the pool. I was like, okay, there's a pool in the back. I don't think that was kosher to have on as a wife and to be at a couple's trip. You know, Karen came downstairs in full pajamas and was still like.
Shout out to Karen. I have those same pajamas. I have those exact same pajamas.
She was
that
still
Karen
like
had
this,
on.
and she was fully clothed. And I'm like, here's Mia, let it all hang out. I'm just like, I'm confused.
Gordon, let me tell you something. He shouldn't have even been in the kitchen if he was not prepared to at least make everybody a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Like when you are on a trip and you're about to cook, the one thing that I do know for certain is if you're going to turn on the skillet, be prepared to hook everybody up. Like that's just how it is. Yeah. So when he said that, I was like, you need to get your crusty, crittery ass out the kitchen. I've been like, Mia, get your man out the kitchen, because if he don't know how to cook, especially if he's not gonna cook for everybody, it's no point in him dirtying up dishes just for him. Like, get out the kitchen.
Well, we already saw how rude he was when he was sticking out his tongue at Karen. That was rude too.
It was a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was dusty. He's just crusty.
Like if Mia says something, he may check her.
Do you have a problem with all of the husbands? So you said that Mia's husband is crusty. Now, what's wrong with Candace's husband? Because you said that was gross a little bit earlier too.
What? Who? No, I didn't say anything about Candace's husband.
What about Ascala's husband?
Oh no, I think Ascala's husband is all right.
They say he looks like Frankenstein or one of the Addams Family people. I didn't say it. I'm just don't shoot the message.
Who is they?
The proverbial they.
Oh.
Social media.
I think he is a nice chocolate bear.
What about Wendy's husband?
I think he's all right. He's kind of grown on me a little bit, because at first I was just like, but he's smart. I like that.
And he real chill. He don't shake the table at all. I think all the ladies respect him and talk to him if need be.
Yeah.
Okay, but what were you going to say about Candace's husband?
Candace's husband, I really don't have an issue with him other than him being a little biatch. Like, I really need him to like thug up and leave Candace at the house by herself.
Stay out of women's issues. He's giving Peter down.
I just feel like he, you know.
And what about Karen's husband? He's looking like Papa Smurf these days. The Black Bill Gates.
I like him. I think he's.
Did you hear that octave climb?
He's giving me Paw.
Paw.
We talking about Karen's husband, right?
Yeah.
He's a Paw. Like Grandpa. Yeah. But Paw, yeah. He's giving us Grandpa. He is giving us the, he brings us hot cocoa and expensive gifts on Christmas. That's just the vibe that he gives me.
Okay. What about Ashley's husband, and how do y'all think the trip would have differed if Ashley's husband did come?
He would have been co-signing with G.
You think he would have another friend in G?
Right, because they're annoying as hell, the both of them.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. I think they probably would have clicked.
Absolutely.
Do you think things would have gotten as explosive at the dinner had Ashley's husband been there?
Yes. Would have got worse.
They would have started fighting. He would have said, "And you cotton picker," and it would have just been over.
cotton picker.
You cotton picker.
You slave driver.
Big eye. You big eye. Cotton picker. That's what he would have said. The Chris.
Since he's a pro at name calling because he called their son bad and Ashley took offense to it. So
that's crazy.
I was trying to understand what was that dynamic. What were we missing there?
She's really. You know what? When I heard that, I was like, that's a preference of hers. But if your child is bad, guess what? They bad, and she is. He's talking to you as the mother. It's not like he's saying to the child, "Hey, guess what? You're bad." He's telling you as the adult that our child is being bad. So I just felt like, that to me, it was something missing in her childhood, or something happened to her in her childhood where the word bad creates static somehow. Well, but if your child is bad, they bad.
Well, clearly something is wrong with Ashley, because I was tired of seeing her pump her titties every time they showed the camera on her. I'm like, is it that necessary?
Yeah, well, I feel like it is. You got to pump when you can pump. When the
it's a lot.
Strategically, when the camera's on you, you're gonna pump, right?
I mean, I don't feel like your titties care whether or not a camera is on you or not. But if they start leaking, they're gonna leak.
So she can cover up. I mean, you're on. Okay.
Oh, she don't. Well, I get that. She don't.
You're on a couples trip. Let's keep this whole thing in perspective. Like in a professional building, there's lactation rooms. So why would you do this in front of everybody, the husbands and the wives? Like you were just open with it. I don't know.
I don't even know if that much thought went into it. She probably thinking, I have to pump, and there's nothing I can do to stop the pumping. So maybe they'll cut this out, or maybe they won't. I don't think she gave a damn.
I don't think she's thinking about it, which on national television, maybe I would have gone, maybe I don't want to miss nothing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never been a mother. So I have no idea. I can say what I would do, but again, I will be one day, but at this time I've never experienced being a mother. So I don't know.
So you can't really speak on if you would be.
No.
Well, Johnny's is a mother, so we can ask her.
Hey,
Johnny's.
Hi, Johnny's. Brandon.
Thank you, Johnny's. All right now, I'm so glad you joined us.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just jump right in and ask you the question directly, because you're a mother. Do you think Ashley pumping her breasts at every scene was appropriate for a couples trip? At least she's not at home. You know what I mean? She's out. Would you have done that?
Right. I will say, okay. I don't know. I'm the type of person, when I was breastfeeding, I would just whoop them out anywhere. I mean, I would cover up. Mm-hmm. I would cover it up, but I mean, at some point, you do it so much. If you were really like worried about what other people were thinking, it would just be so annoying and just so uncomfortable for you as the person doing it, because you do it so much that it would just take a lot to always have to think about others, if that makes sense.
Hey, Tiffany.
So I don't know, but on a couples trip, in front of my husband's friends, I definitely would have went somewhere that was more private, or I would be like, just covering up more where people wouldn't be able to see what was going on.
She did though, didn't she? I mean, I don't think I saw her nipple, or I don't.
Looking like an uncircumcised penis.
I remember them saying
that.
That
was a
lot.
That
was in front of the women.
But us as the viewer, I don't remember them blurring any nipples out or anything like that. So I'm just like, I'm the type of person. Well, what the hell are you looking at it for then? Like, if it bothers you so much, why are you looking over here? Like,
I don't know. Like I said, I am not a mother. One day I will be. I don't know how I'm going to feel. And so for me, as long as the actual, but I have had people say to me, this much of your chest, that's your breast. And I'm one of those people where once you edge closer to the areola, we're starting to talk about breasts. Okay. So I don't know. I'm not sure. how
Well,
to.
what if your husband were to say, "Babe, could you not do that?"
And I think
I don't know. Go ahead, Johnny.
too your mindset kind of changed where it's not like it's like a feeding tool. Like it's not like a
Right.
thing where
It's
you
not a
say, oh,
sexual thing. Right. It's
yeah,
But
it's
somebody
your
gonna be
breast.
like, look at
Yeah,
that.
people might look at it sexually, but in your mind,
right.
right, it's
Somebody
just
was
the way
over
you
there like,
feeding your baby. Like
woo.
you just working.
They like, look at that big one right there. Woo. I'll be like, what? I just don't know. Like, I just genuinely don't know. I know for me, I would be afraid somebody's fetishizing my areola and all of that. But I just think you just throw a
A
thing over it,
covering.
right? A cover.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
And
she
that's
not
and
even.
that's primarily
That's
what
what I
I'm saying.
had.
I don't think it's an
Yeah,
issue breastfeeding.
just throw
Just
the thing
cover it a
over it.
little more. Yeah.
Yeah, because then everybody gonna know what your little areolas look like moving forward. And that ain't it. I'm cool on that. So basically,
Yeah.
real quick, Johnny's a quick update on how you feel about the episode because we have almost pretty much discussed the whole shebang.
I heard you guys on the live saying about the bad situation about Ashley husband calling the baby bad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel like she kind of overreact, but I mean the boy's not even one. Well, how old is he? 2? Is he even 2 yet?
Because she was talking about the oldest
No,
one.
that he is not that old.
He
Yeah,
might be 3
Does
because
that make
of
a
how
difference? Does that
of
make a
how
difference
taping
how old they
goes.
are?
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't. I mean, if you're talking in front of a child, you don't want to say that they're bad, like in front of the child. Like we don't like if we talking in front of Nia and me and my husband like talking we don't say it in front of her. We don't call her bad. I mean, she's only 3. Some things are just, I mean, toddler behavior. I don't even think that baby's 3. Honest, y'all. Honestly, I think it's younger than that. But
he might be because of how taping. Look, me and Kevin had this discussion before. How taping works. For example, the baby looks like an infant right now, but if you go to her social media, he about walking. He is a little guy.
Well, when they were taping, do you think he was 3 then? Because when I saw the pictures, he didn't look like. Well, unless they just got little bad kids, they might just have little kids. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think. How can you really be bad at 3? I don't know, but
yeah, they can be bad.
No, they can be bad as hell.
They can be bad.
I mean, it's
they
like terrible news. That's why they coined that. You know,
they can be bad before 3. They can be bad before then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this is Johnny's kids.
But that's age up. My thing is that not age appropriate? Most 3-year-olds are doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, is it that they're just behaving like 3-year-olds, or are they really? Bad.
I think it's relative to the individual child. Like I babysit children all the time, and when their parents
and he loves it.
Up, and when their parents come pick them up, the first thing I tell them is if they was good or if they was bad. Like, and that's just based on my experience with them. Like, was this a good time or was this a bad time? Like, so I mean, and the baby that I'm talking about,
you're talking to the parents, but you're not going to say to the parent. You're not going to say to the parents in front of the kids, "Oh, Johnny was a bad boy today."
I'll tell that little girl when she acting bad. I say, "Could you stop acting? What are you acting bad for today? Like you was good last week. What you acting bad for now?" I will definitely say it because I want you to know the difference. I want you to know when you being good and when you being bad.
So how do they know how to correct the behavior if you don't tell them that you're acting
right?
Up?
Listen, I have told some parents their kids was bad. I feel like your kids was bad as hell today. That was bad as hell.
I think you can say it in front of the parents, but I think
just the parent, not the kids. No.
Yeah. No, yeah, you should, like me and my husband, we talk about Nia right in front of her. We say she bad, but we spell it out. We don't say it in front of her. But we correct her and tell her that the behavior is not appropriate. Like, you shouldn't be doing that right now. Like, you know better. You're a good girl.
To me, that's too many words. You can say all of that, or you can say your ass is being bad right now. Quit being bad. Why are you acting like that?
But you want to teach them the right behaviors. You want to teach them the right behavior. You just don't want to say bad.
She know the right behavior.
It's relative, right? So And so because it's relative, I mean, in their mind, they might not know what the right behavior is at the time. So you want to teach them what to do
I
versus
guess.
just
So I
saying
need
that
to
you're
say
bad.
you need to act like you acted last week, not today. That's what you need
Right,
to act.
right,
And
right.
everybody's different. Everybody's a different type of country because
That's
in my
right. That's
family,
true.
you just gonna get your butt whooped. You don't even know you were bad until after the butt whooping. You might get a warning, like you better sit down. Look here, you better what? And then next thing you know, you in the midst of a butt whooping. But that's just that. But real quick, did anybody see Ready to Love DC episode 1, full episode 1?
Haven't seen
I
it.
was
Heard a lot
alone.
about it.
Tiffany, I know you in the comments. Let me tell y'all something. I had a lot of people call me about it because I have a little journey with the show, very short journey. But I had a lot of comments coming in. I think a lot of people on the show this season are not necessarily looking for love. One in particular, I actually matched with him on a dating website. He tried to date 100 women in a year or something like that. And it's funny because he yes, Tiffany. I matched with him in the inbox. He wrote me and said he said, I'm doing this for a TV show or something like that. And I was like, huh? And this was like last year. So he's been just kind of just out here wasting people's time. No, boo, I am not.
How you date 100 people in a year? That's a lot.
So if you yes, copy paste. That's what he was saying. So what he did was the first episode, he asked all the women for their number, all of them, and was like, "What day is best for y'all to go out?" Every single one.
So he has it down to a science. At this
it was a mess. It was truly a mess. I don't know why he wasn't cut. Yeah.
Entertainment.
He wasn't cut. Entertainment. Yeah, thank you.
But they tried. But the contestants cut people. So that's why I was really like thrown off. Yeah, the actual contestants. So they almost cut the plus size girl. I mean, to me, she wasn't really like plus. She's just heavy in the boobs area. She got a little thickness. They almost cut her, and she went off. She was not happy about it.
Why you think they almost cut her, Erica? Did you not think she would? I mean, what was up with her? Was it valid, or do you think it's because she was heavier?
I feel like, first of all, when you are a heavier woman, you already have to show up a little different than anybody anyway. Like, I feel like that's something that I personally had to get down pat early. Like, if I'm gonna show up, I'm going to wax your edges off. So if I was to have, made it to the actual moment in time, I would have came in there, just took everybody out. I would have just took it away from everybody. I feel like she was okay. I feel like she was pretty. But she was playing around. Like, I saw it as playing around. She's like, "You sure you ready for a relationship? You sure you ready for kids? You sure?" And I am learning, even at 36, that you can't lead with those questions. Like, you cannot talk about too many serious things too early, because men kind of like, that's too much. And one gentleman, Christina, was like, she just wouldn't let it go. So it was actually good to watch, because us being in quarantine, we haven't been talking to people like we used to. I know I feel like I'm a little rusty on the dating scene too. So
really?
Yeah. I am. Kev, I just went out Friday, but I mean, before then.
Well, you didn't knock the rust off then. You didn't knock it off.
It's still rusty.
You gotta have
I'm still rusty.
Whether
No,
he
I'm
was the same
very
person or
rested.
somebody else, she still gotta exercise
I'm
it.
very
I
rested.
don't worry about it. I got that already arranged for you. I already have
Oh
it
my
arranged
God,
for
here
you.
we go.
He hooking
So
you up
yeah,
with somebody?
listen. I don't know who he talk about. If he talk about who I'm
Matchmaker.
thinking he talk about, they need to be vaccinated. If they ain't vaccinated, bye bye. Listen, he think he playing, but I feel like if you all are watching it, let us know in the comments. I feel like you all would. I feel like y'all would eat them up, spit them out. Like
So
it's
after
all different types of personalities.
so after Real Housewives of Potomac, after this wraps, should we be looking at Ready to Love?
Ready to Love is already in play, so I'll just be the one that gives the drop on that. I do believe we are missing something with not uh not talking about Married at First Sight, which is a complete psychopath of a show right now. I did start chiming in again. I'm sure Sora Tiffany did go, y'all. Those people, I feel
When did
like,
it start, Erica? When did the Married at
girl,
First Sight start?
like month and a half ago. I've been
Oh
So
wow.
it's
six
been a
episodes in.
it is Gone with the Wind, and it ain't fabulous. It is, y'all. You talk about mind games. It's an Asian gentleman on there. Oh hell no, the black girl on there. Oh hell no, like it is just so much. You thought Atlanta was something. These people, thank you. They are really one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. Definitely, like you can see why these people are single. Like me being a single woman, I'm looking at them like, my gosh, after a certain age, people can assume something is really wrong with you just by what you're seeing on these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even Ready to Love. Some of the people were cool, but
Do you see any connections happening? Like, usually you can see like the first episode. Do you see anything
um,
like
there's
Broom?
there's a gentleman on there who is a widow. He looks nice and he seems
Wow.
genuine, but it seems like he might have some issues down the line. I don't know how they cut it, the editing. He matched up with this lady who's like black and Japanese, really short hair, blonde hair. She's pretty. But she was a little over the cuckoo's nest herself. When you all see the show, and they even have a pre-show where it describes each person, you can tell why people were chosen
And what about
and why
Married at
some of us
First
were not.
Sight? Is there anybody that's
Um,
gonna stay married on there? Did you think?
I meant to get sorted. Tiffany, you got,
Cornelius and Courtney, she said.
yeah, that's their name from Ready Love. Married at First Sight. I don't know. It is such a mess. Like I don't know how anybody could do that show. It's such an emotional roller coaster. I wouldn't want to do that. It
I've
just doesn't
always
seem
thought
like
that.
it's positive.
Because you don't really
Okay.
get to know who the person is, so until after you're married to them, and that's
You
to
ready
me.
to slap somebody else up on there though?
Right.
You don't want to
Yes,
do it,
that's
but
right.
you
I
want
think Kevin. I think Kevin should
I
do it.
wonder.
Oh, Kevin, you
I
gonna
wonder
do it?
about the couples that we watched. I wonder if they still together.
The only couple that is together is the black girl and the Hispanic gentleman.
Brianna and
Yes, that's it. Everybody
But,
else has.
but that makes
Oh
sense. The
wow.
rest of the couples were kind of
well, wait
hanging
a
on by
minute.
a thread
Is
anyway.
Virginia still alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They fought all the time, didn't they?
Because I
Yes.
said
It's
that
just,
he's definitely
Yeah.
killing her.
yeah, it's a lot going on, but that's pretty much it. You know, it's just a lot, and everybody up here knows like the inside scoop on a lot of stuff. But watching Ready to Love, it just feels different than the Houston and Atlanta um, seasons.
Is it because
Um,
of the location? You think? Is DC a difficult area to date in?
Oh.
The report came out and said that it wasn't.
Oh.
But you and I can give perspective on that, Erica.
Oh. Give perspective. Come on.
That's for the night.
Oh,
But,
Yeah.
excuse me.
I just feel like here it might
need a whole hour. Huh, Brian?
we need a whole episode. We need a whole episode on it because I think as a generation, something has happened. Something slipped into the water maybe like 8 years ago. Something ain't right. People are scared to love. People, it's just.
Are they rejecting it?
Or do they not have examples of it?
Is that what it's called, Kevin?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I mean, that's what I kind of see with some people. They don't want to. Not you, baby. I'm just speaking in general, overarching. Is that people are scared to be vulnerable. But then again, if you're vulnerable, that's when you get hurt. It's like a vicious cycle. It's just sad because I feel like I am truly in a very good place to have a very healthy relationship. But I have to hold it back because I don't know what it is out here. It's pee and poo in the dating pool.
Oh.
It's turdy.
Oh.
That's how I feel.
Well,
It's just, to me, it's just like Candace and Ashley's relationship is very confusing. That's what the dating pool is like.
well, all right.
Well, Christina, to your point, before we like really got into season 2, we were in season 2. We talked about this. We were gonna move forward with it. Then it, was a lot going on. Then I didn't know what I was gonna be doing. But since that didn't happen, this can totally happen. We had love on the fly, right? Love on the fly. So, honey, child. But we can definitely, we would have to build that. And I think we were talking about it with your husband, Christina. We got to link back up with Chad. Oh, yeah, that bleach blonde hairdresser, the Black Widow woman with 3 engagements.
What show is
I'm
that
telling
on?
y'all, Ready to Love. Ready to Love has some really crazy characters, and they come on Fridays. So when we report on it, another episode be on its way out. But
how many engagements does a person have when you start to question, okay, what is up with you? Like, if you had 3 engagements, does that
It might just be a commitment
red
fold.
flag?
There might just be a commitment fold. It might not be nothing wrong with them. They just can't.
I think something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because I know a couple people who've had. It's almost like that's all they want. It's like they work hard to get to that, and then they freak out and they out. Like, it's interesting.
Commitment issues. Then is that what?
Yeah, commitment fold. That's all.
Okay.
I just see it as a task.
I'd rather you do that at an engagement versus runaway bride kind of situation.
Right.
To me, I feel like you would be. I feel like you would be that type of person anyway. It's almost like they work hard. Some people are Looney Tune. Like they work really hard just to have an engagement, and once they get to the engagement, they disengage.
So, are you saying that the chase is better than the actuality?
I think a lot of people enjoy the chase, and I can say that with a whole heart. Like I've seen men just go all out, and then once I start to pay them attention,
they back off.
And they could fear commitment too, like long term, like life. Basically, marriage is supposed to be life, so they might, fear that life commitment part. I don't know.
Yeah, that girl. Yeah, you are so right, Johnny. It's all kinds of stuff. It's all kinds of stuff. And Tiffany, yes, that girl was nuts. She was like, "That's my boyfriend." She had just met him. They had just met that night, and she was like, "That's my boyfriend."
Oh, so that's why she got 3 engagements, because she don't waste time.
But I mean, if you want something, you're supposed to claim it too. So it's kind of
she's just manifesting.
If I had this show and somebody told me they had 3 engagements, I'd be like, "Honey, this is not the show for you because you're not really looking for love." That's a sign. That's a red flag.
See, Johnny's done wrote a book watching the show. And hey, Crystal, look, this is the birthday girl. How you doing, boo? Hey, so Crystal.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. But I could see you breaking that show down front to back to front. Like, it's one of those. Yes.
I kind of gave it a side eye because I mean, my favorite person was not on there, so I kind of just gave it a side eye, like, I don't know. I might have to watch it.
Woo! Because everybody, even Tiffany was like, "Did you see? Did you see?" And I was like, "No, I did not. I did not.
Well, I applaud you for even watching it, Erica, since you could have been a contestant.
I was on there. I was on there watching it, and everybody in my family was like,
"You could have been on there."
Christina was like, Tiffany was, my aunties, and they were like, "Nah," because my mama was like, "I just could not see you
blending or fitting in." Or okay. So is
but,
the pool of contestants are kind of, what are they? If you had to summarize them in one word.
The women were what it was supposed to be. A myriad of things.
Okay.
The men, I felt like maybe 2 were cute. Like, I was like, okay, I would have had a conversation with them. But you never know. Vibes in person are different.
Right, because your eyes eating first, but then you got to get to know the person, and then you may think otherwise. I mean, seriously, some of my best relationships were with people that, to me, weren't always the best lookers.
Yeah, but listen, I have just taken a new journey in life. Like, even the ones who weren't necessarily like top tier, they cut up too at the end. But listen, we can't even get into it. So much. But y'all gotta watch it because I feel like Tiffany, you had to bring Tiffany in on it because I talked to her 2 weeks ago. She was like, I was like, yeah, because it's a pre-show where you watch and see who they chose, and then you're like, okay. And maybe I just, wasn't messy enough. I don't know. Or maybe none of them liked full women. It was only one guy who said he liked curvy women. Just one. So it depends on what they like. But that's pretty much it, y'all.
Because they lost.
It's all okay.
Oh, look. So, Brandon, you posted candles. Did y'all talk about Wendy candles selling out?
Absolutely not. But I'm so glad you brought it up. Them $40, $50 candles. Are you serious?
Ain't that what I told you? Ain't that what I told you?
You did say it. You did. We need to see Karen's candles. Maybe she'll have a better marketing strategy plan.
But you know what? It took her nothing.
They sold out.
Yeah, they did.
She said 3 months worth of products sold out in 72 hours.
That's amazing. Thanks to the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what. I was thinking about you guys, what you were saying last week about people being on the show, and like you said, that's the show. But I was gonna say for her too, like the African community probably really supported her as well.
Absolutely.
Like it just seems
like
they're
really good.
I mean, but even think about Robin's hats; they've been sold out for eons. But it does say on her website that in October they're gonna have a relaunch of stock. So,
and them hats look basic.com, but they love it.
Oh, they do look basic.
All right.
They just don't give you the pop. Like, it's not my style. Like, it's just not.
What's your style?
Like, your hat is cute. I love like, to me, it's gotta have something that is just clicks. Hers, hers are just like, they look like Meemaw hats.
Personalized.
That look good. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
my
it.
sneakers.
Yeah.
I like that.
thank you.
That look good,
Yeah.
but her hats
Tell
are like, at
Robin.
least they got satin in them. That's the plus
That's
is that it has a satin lining.
okay. So it's definitely made for women.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe they got a black hat and it could be for guys too to keep y'all hair, from drying out. But my goodness.
Who else is selling merchandise on the show besides? So we have Wendy, we have Karen, we have
Mia.
Oh yeah, her
Mia.
candles are good.
Mia.
We have Mia.
Oh,
we
Mia's selling
have
candles now too.
Absolutely.
yeah. We have
She
Mia.
been
We
through hers
have.
out there.
Did hers sell out?
I don't know.
I think she
The-
said that they did. I thought she said that they did.
Because
Some of
hers
the
was
ones-
out way back when, right?
right.
Mhm.
Soon as her, Robin, and Wendy had that issue with the candles, that's when Mia's launched. I was like, wow.
Oh wow.
So are we
Hers
all
launched
moving-
early.
I think
They all have a
doesn't
product
Candace
though.
sell weed? Does Candace sell weed?
I think she used to sell hair.
I don't think so, but they all have something that they're pushing. Giselle and Robin have the podcast. Candace has her music. Ashley at one time had music. Monique had her podcast. So they all have something.
Ashley had
that they're
music.
marketing.
I don't remember that.
Me
She
either.
did. She did. She did.
Was it good?
I'll send you the link to the video. She had a whole video. I'll send you the link when we get off of here.
Posted in the Facebook group.
I don't know. Ashley don't seem like she make good music. I'm just saying.
She okay.
She killing.
all right.
She killing TikTok right now though.
Doing what?
She on TikTok doing all the dances, honey.
Oh, with them bad feet.
She got bad
My
feet.
God.
Y'all didn't see them.
Mm-mm.
Oh, y'all ain't watched the show. Y'all playing.
I didn't see them toes.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Before we go,
I'm just saying I didn't see it.
let me give a quick FML for y'all, for the people.
Oh yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
so I want everybody to look at this watch right here that I have on.
Mm-hmm.
It has been on since Monday. I babysat Monday, and the baby did something, and the watch will not come off. It's stuck on my arm. I have had to bathe in it now 3 times. It's stuck on, and I'm gonna have to
Is
contact
it
the company.
waterproof?
No, it's not.
So you done broke the
It's
watch,
not.
man?
It's still working though. Like, I try to keep it, away from the water when I'm in the tub and stuff like that. But I love the watch. I love the watch, so I really don't want to break it off. But I'm gonna contact the company and see if
Have
they
you
can
had
help me.
somebody come and try to take it off your arm? Did you have somebody
Yes.
come help you?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It is not.
But why
coming
can't
off.
you take it off, Kev?
It's because the mesh. It's a mesh thing, and it's like. So the baby was playing with it, and there's like a piece that warped. So now this thing right here that secures it, it won't slide through there anymore because of the small piece. So I had pliers trying to mash it down to get it off. It will not come off. It's stuck
So the
on.
watch is ruined anyway.
Well, I mean, it still tells time. It still has
Well,
the
go
correct
ahead and
time
break
on
the
it.
band. You gotta get a new band at this point. Because if you take it off, you can't put it back on, right?
Yeah, but I really love the watch. So that's the that's the trade-off that's going in my head. Like,
You stuck
okay,
in time.
I'd have been cut that thing off my head. I'd have.
You waited all night for that.
yeah, it's really stuck. It's really stuck. And every night I fall asleep and I
Oh
try
my
to forget
goodness.
about it. And when I wake up the next morning, I'm looking at my arm and it's still there. It's still
I
there.
just think it's a nightmare. You
Yeah.
think you're gonna wake up from a bad dream, huh, Kevin?
It's still
Happy
there.
Halloween,
Oh, my
Kev.
goodness.
Oh, poor Kev.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yes.
Cut
Let's
it
get a
off
new
and
band.
Right. So this is
Let's get a new band, baby.
How am I gonna cut it off without cutting my arm off though? Like that's the thing. It's really
it that
tight.
tight?
It's really tight.
Who put it on there like that?
I mean, I tightened it, but of course, when the baby was just yanking and pulling or whatever, I wasn't really paying attention and tightened it even more. So
So try to twist it around. Let us see.
twisted it around. You see this,
Yes,
right?
that's Christina. Christina, I was thinking the same thing. So if you go to the fire department, they'll use like a little jaws of life, yank, and just pop that joint on. They sure would.
But he
Yes,
said
they
he liked to
will.
watch y'all. He don't want it to be toe down.
But how you think they're gonna get him out of there? How you
Breaking it.
think? What you think?
Maybe
They're
if you
gonna
go
have to
to
pop you
somebody
out.
who used to.
What? Go to the watch shop.
Basically.
Maybe if you go to somebody that's used to dealing with watches, they've probably seen this before. Maybe you don't know. I would go to like a watch person.
Yeah. You know,
You gotta go to an old person, an old watch person.
I have a watch
who work
dealer,
with watches.
an old watch person downtown Greensboro that I usually go to, but he has not been open since the pandemic started.
So he been open for 2 years.
He has a sign in there on the outside of it that says closed indefinitely. You know what, Christina? I will. That'll be the next.
Well, y'all, on behalf of Kev, y'all pray for Kev and the watch. I thought he was going to talk about another, F my life situation. He done came with something totally new.
What you thought I was going to talk about? The root canal?
Yes, that's what I thought you was going to talk about.
Don't worry about that.
So he just got a lot going. Hey, okay, so Johnny's, are you going to be recording your story time this weekend? I've been holding off on promoting Kev's because I had to download it first.
I don't even know what I would talk about. I need some ideas, y'all.
Well, check out the story time.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the story time on the podcast platforms. I even put mine up on YouTube. I'm getting ready to push Kev's and his friend. They were talking about the time that they were, I'm trying not to say drugged.
I was drugged. You have to roll the R. I was drugged. She wasn't drugged. I was drugged.
So y'all have to just go check that out in your free time, but definitely go back and let us know what your favorite episode was from season 2. And we do have to pick a winner to beat on season 3 from our contest that was like a month ago. So I'll have to talk to the cast about that. But y'all have a great night. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we shall holler at you later. Bye.
Bye.